not trust her. She is a fugly slut.
Yeah, you ever wish you could take your anger out on a certain mean girl-esque, dementia-riddled, diarrhea diaper-wearing dictator without doing something that might end you in the slammer? Well, it turns out bystanders and, dare I say, patriotic protesters at the 2025 Chicago Marathon yesterday seem to have just the answer to venting some of that anger in a healthy way. And you can follow their lead on a smaller scale by smashing those like and subscribe buttons to join our resistance and growing community here at Really American. We are well on our way to 1 million strong, and we couldn't be more appreciative of all of you. Alright, now, Chicago is known for many things. The birthplace of the new Pope.
And I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President Trump. That's from my burn book.
And of course, the iconic Grant Park, host of the Lollapalooza Music Festival and this weekend's marathon. Now, if you listen to Fox News or any of the Ministry of Truth misinformation, you might be under the impression Chicago is a war-torn hellhole burning down nightly thanks to liberal, Marxist, Venezuelan gang violence. But boy, that couldn't be further from the truth.
Well, after today's marathon, there was a whole lot to do around the city for the 53,000 runners and their families. One free event steps away from Grant Park at the Riverwalk.
Metal engraving for the finishers, massage, perfect way to end 26.2 miles. Food, music, and vendors.
It's in its 4th year, and it really celebrates the marathon, and it celebrates all of the runners.
And Chicago, they say, showed up in style.
My favorite race has always been New York, but I would say this race rivaled New York energy, and I mean, if not, surpassed it. And the logistics of Chicago are so friendly.
Holy crap, how did 53,000 people survive in a city currently inciting an insurrection? It's almost like everything Trump's saying is bullshit. But you don't have to tell that to Chicagoans or any of these marathon runners who, might I add, are far fitter than our commander-in-chief.
Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon.
Because they don't seem to be too keen on the man trying to incite violence on a national level. And frankly, folks, the only thing better than watching that, aside from potentially participating in it, is reading the comments underneath the post. Fun fact, Antifa's manifesto is the United States Constitution. Guys, we found her, Antifa. And this is by far and away my favorite. Just a picture from, I assume, protests in Chicago, but it really could be from anywhere, where you have this guy holding a sign of Trump eating a Big Mac saying, "Cholesterol, do your job." And then, of course, you also had MAGA snowflakes in the comments posting this, saying, yes, slapping a Trump balloon is how libtards slay MAGA, to which I would say, you're damn right, and it's a far better way to show our disdain for your hateful ideology than, say, shooting people. And as I mentioned earlier, this was all made even more cathartic as mean girls of his administrations in brutal fashion. Take a look.
What's up, nerds? Or people. And I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President.
When the dog gets shot,
Dogs don't just get shot. Heroes shoot them.
Absolutely brutal roasting. I legitimately spit out my drink at the old Yeller joke there. But folks, that is what we need in this country, to humiliate and call out this administration at every turn. Because while the far-right MAGA lunatics love to pearl clutch and whine about left-wing violence at every turn, the truth couldn't be further from that lie. Donald Trump is trying to incite the Insurrection Act to send more violent criminal loser ICE agents and National Guard into liberal cities like Chicago and continue his authoritarian dictator crackdown, arresting American citizens, throwing children naked in the street with zip ties, storming courthouses where people are trying to follow the legal pathways to citizenship that these people so claim to want for them. It is insanity to not recognize and call this administration out for the violent dictatorship it is. And I know things are frightening. That can be scary. People are making lists online of left-leaning people or people who just disagree with this administration simply for calling it out. Hell, I am currently afraid of going home for Thanksgiving because I have to go through airport security and I don't know if they'll try to stop me or harass me or whatever. But I have the fortune of looking like I do and can cause a ruckus if anything does happen. I understand. Not everyone has that. Not everyone is a white man. Though I would argue those white men that feel the same as me have more of a duty than ever to speak up. But that is what we are doing here at Really American for those who maybe can't or don't feel safe to do so. And I would argue that for those people, the biggest thing that you can do is support the people who are speaking out in small ways, like liking this video, subscribing, dropping a comment so it reaches more people, and supporting the community and the content that creators like us are trying to create and put out there. Like I said in the intro, we are almost 1 million strong right now. We are about to hit 800,000 subscribers. When I came onto this channel about 1.5 years ago, I could not imagine being where we are now. And that is all thanks to you and your support. And goddammit, that fire in your heart to fight back and fight for what this country should be. Because just like that sign said, one of these days, that cholesterol or his cankles are going to do their fucking job. And we have to be here to pick up the pieces after he's gone. Thanks for watching, folks. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse. I will see you guys in the next one.